Today we're going to dig into the secret story behind one of Ethiopia's most famous symbols. And it's a story that shows how the writing of history can sometimes be just as powerful as history itself.
So most of us, we see this and we instantly know what it is, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. For hundreds of years, it's been this powerful emblem of Ethiopian royalty, of national identity. It just feels like it's as ancient as the country itself.
But what if I told you that this specific, iconic image wasn't actually born in the mountains of Ethiopia, but in the office of a German scholar back in the 1600s? I mean, how is that even possible?
Well, to figure that out, we have to look past the symbol itself and dive into its secret history. And it's a history that really makes you question how the stories of our past get told, and, more importantly, who gets to tell them.
You see, the key to unlocking this whole mystery is getting the crucial difference between history, the stuff that happened, and the process of how that history gets written down and passed along.
And that brings us to this really fascinating field of study that's basically all about the stories behind the stories. It's called historiography. Okay, so first, let's just nail down what we all think we know. History. Simple enough, right? The word itself comes from the Greek historia, which just means getting knowledge by investigating. It's the study of past events, what happened, who was there, and when.
But then you have this other thing, historiography. Now, this isn't about the past itself. It's the study of how history is written. It's like taking a step back to look at the historians themselves, their methods, their sources, and, the biases and perspectives that they can't help but bring to their work.
So here's the bottom line. History asks what happened, but historiography asks, okay, but who is telling this story, and why are they telling it that way? One's the story of the past, the other is the story of the stories. And that leads us to two incredible men who completely shaped this story.
Yeah, our entire story really boils down to this amazing collaboration between two brilliant guys from totally different worlds, a German scholar and an Ethiopian monk.
So on one hand, you've got Hayab Ludolf. He's a wealthy German academic, sometimes called the father of Ethiopian studies in Europe. And on the other hand, you have Abba Gorgiorios, a super well-educated Ethiopian monk from a noble family. They just happened to meet in Rome in 1649, and that one meeting would totally change how Europe saw Ethiopia.
I mean, their connection was so strong that in 1652, Gorgorios traveled all the way to Germany just to work with Ludolf. For 3 months, he was basically Ludolf's teacher, his inside source, sharing everything he knew about Ethiopian history, language, and culture. And that collaboration, it became the #1 source for Ludolf's huge, influential books.
But this is where things get tricky, right? This is the central question of historiography. How does a historian's own background end up shaping the history they write? Can anyone really, truly escape their own point of view?
As the historian Shifarao Bekele puts it, this was Ludolf's biggest challenge. The huge danger of looking at Ethiopia and its people through the European lens.
And to be fair to Ludolf, he knew this was a problem. He actually went out of his way to debunk some of the crazy European fantasies about Ethiopia. Like this portrait of an emperor, he called it out as a total fake, showing it was just a lazy copy of a painting of William the Conqueror.
And yet, even Ludolf himself couldn't totally break free from his own world. I mean, just look at this picture he had made for his own book. It's supposed to show an Ethiopian custom, but check out the details. The table, the clothes, the dishes. It's all 100% European. It's not Ethiopian at all.
So, when you get right down to it, Ludolf's work, as amazing as it was, couldn't help but frame Ethiopia in terms that a 17th century European could understand. He used words like emperor and chief minister, and he interpreted Ethiopian symbols through the filter of European heraldry.
And that brings us right back to where we started. Back to the Lion of Judah and the incredible, unexpected legacy of that European lens.
Okay, so here it is, the big reveal. This exact design, the Lion of Judah carrying the cross, was created specifically for Hayab Ludolf's book in 1681. It was an illustration designed in Germany and based on European ideas about what a royal coat of arms should look like.
And the journey it took from there is just wild. So it's created in Germany, then over the next couple hundred years, it slowly gets introduced into Ethiopia. By the late 1800s, it's actually adopted by Ethiopian emperors like Menelik II for their official royal seals. And from there, it just completely took hold, becoming so common that people saw it as this timeless, homegrown Ethiopian symbol.
And this student ID card really shows how deep it went.
This symbol started appearing everywhere, on money, on official government documents, and yeah, even on things like this. An image designed in Germany in the 1600s had become a part of everyday life in Ethiopia.
So why is this such a big deal? Because it shows us that a historian doesn't just record the past, they frame it. And that frame can become so powerful that it actually travels back and helps shape the very culture it was trying to describe. This isn't really about what's authentic or not. It's about the messy, amazing way national identities get built, sometimes by grabbing and transforming ideas from the most unexpected places.
The story of this lion is just a powerful reminder that history is never just what happened. It's always a story being told by someone. So I guess the question we're all left with is this. The next time you learn something about the past, think about the frame. Whose lens is shaping the history you think you know?